Hey, what's up, guys? This is DMS Snipes. So today,
Excuse me, fellas, I just had myself muted that whole time. So here, let me actually go to... Excuse me, fellas, I just had myself muted that whole time. So here, let me... Here, actually, this is kind of got scuffed. So here, let me actually delete this live. I'm just working out the technical stuff right now. I can't see what's going on here because it's not allowing me to run the thing open. Yeah, this is just going to be figuring out the technical stuff at the very beginning because this is my first time ever streaming.
hey, what's up, guys? This is DMS Snipes. So today,
Hopefully I can get it figured out so that the quality is good and
how to make
we're not hurting for things that we shouldn't be hurting for. Let me, yeah, because see, that was like, this was supposed to be, I need to delete this. I'm getting teed off trying to figure out how to do that. Okay, what fight do I think tomorrow is going to most likely end in a finish? That is a great question. Okay, so let's look at everything right now. Let's check it out. Okay, so like, I'm just going to go ahead and just come out and say it right now. I don't think that the main event ends in finish. They're too durable. These guys, like, especially Max Holloway with the improved chin of actually being a lightweight now, there's no way he's getting knocked out. I don't see it happening that way. But, I mean, then again, I didn't see Justin Gaethje knocking out Dustin Poirier with that head kick the way that he did. So, it's really like anyone. I'm sure that there's going to be a finish on this card. Let me look. I'll even share the screen, too. Here, I can do that. Let's move me over here. Fuck. Alright, now that's better. Okay. Ah! Stop. Alright, there we go. Cool. Okay. So here, let's look at this now. What do we got? Why is it populating like that? Hold on. Oh, why does it look like that? Okay. The UFC website has low-key been cooked lately. Like, whenever I search up UFC fights, the results don't come up. And whenever they do come up, they look like this. Can somebody please explain to me what we're looking at? But, I mean, it's kind of funny. This might have been a universal sign. Patricio Pitbull versus Dan Ige, that's a fight that's likely going to end and finish. Just because, like... Why are you so nonchalant? NGER? Is that really how you feel? Man, no way. No way. I don't believe this. I simply don't believe it. Okay, but yeah, if you want to know, Patricio Freire, this man is probably getting iced tomorrow. He had nothing to say in the press conference whenever they asked him about his performance or the prospects of fighting Dan Ige. Whenever they ask him, like, or try to give him excuses to make about the Yair fight, he doesn't say anything to defend himself. He's just like, I just shit myself, dude. That's pretty much it. I'm sorry. I would try to do better next time. And Dan Ige's too nice, bro. Because they asked Dan Ige, they're like, so what's the deal with your opponent? This dude is like a super mega champion in Bellator, but he low-key fucking sucks. So, like, are you gonna knock his ass out or what? And Dan Ige was like... And he gave an answer that was kind of covert to disguise the fact that, like, bro, Dan Ige, he knows he can chin this guy. There's no way that this man, Dan Ige, doesn't know that he can chin Patricio Freire. I need to move the chat somewhere, too, where I can actually read it. I think I might have X'd out the chat. I don't know how I bring it back up here. Let me actually Google how to Open live chat on OBS stream. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, I'm not very tech literate. I bought this PC and, like, add a browser source and link it to the chat of... answer. Open display. Open, you'll need to add a browser source and link it to the chat window of your streaming platform. This allows you to... So I think I would need to do it like a window, like how I have my my face cam set up right now. So like him for real. But there's no way to know because this man has only fought Jose Medina. And Jose Medina is ass. Like, he's actually ass. Like, he sucks. Like, this dude got knocked out while bro was, like, taunting him. Like, yeah, Jose Medina was, like... And Atiba Gautier was just giving him some, like, really technical, clinical boxing. And then he creates space and initiates, like, a Muay Thai clinch. And he just shoots a knee right through the guard. And it just sleeps Jose Medina. So, I mean, this is good stuff. You know what would be a real test? I ideally don't like to have contenders fight with each other, but let's have Atiba Gautier fight with what's the dude's name? Marco Tulio. Low key, like, let's make that fight happen as fast as possible. I feel like Marco Tulio versus Atiba Gautier, that would be a really good fight, and it would help us display the ceiling of that fighter so that we can know for sure. I'm sorry that I'm not, like, being more stimulating. I just really need to open up this chat. I don't know how to do it. Just add a browser source, let you display the... And... Oh, I hate that this is happening, bro. This sucks. Here, let's see. Okay, so this is what I do then. Pull that over here. That goes, like, right there. This goes like right over here, and then I have this open over it, and then let's see, a browser. Dude, I'm fucking this up so bad. I'm so sorry, you guys. Like, I'm so sorry. Fuck. God damn it. Right here. Window capture. Okay. Alright. And then, yeah, okay, so this is gonna be the right thing here. Let me just make sure this is the right thing for me to be doing. Yeah, top chat. Okay, so this is what I do. Okay. Move the overlay so that it looks like this. Yeah, okay, I'm genius. Yes! Yes! Okay, this is perfect now. Let's fucking go. Alright, cool. Why you so nonchalant? NGERs low-key got me dead, though. Like, why would you say that to me? You guys are only like this on the internet. Alright, so here, let's chat fights now. We can do this. And then this guy. I don't know why it fucking opened like this, dude. Ugh. Okay, here. Okay. No capture device, like. Alright, cool. And then it's this one that needs to go. You gotta go. Yeah, okay, nice. Now we're finally where we need to be. Who do I have? Robert Whitaker versus Rainer de Ritter. Alright, so this is actually a good question that you've just asked me right now. Let's open up the card. I didn't look at any of these cards. I didn't look at the Abu Dhabi card. I didn't look at the I didn't look at UFC 318 because people said that it's bad. And people have been gassing up this Abu Dhabi card. So low-key, this is going to be my first time looking at the whole thing. I know that we lost Movsar Evloev versus Aaron Pico. I have my opinion about this, bro. I'm not sure people agree with this opinion either. But, like, I don't know why Movsar Evloev... I kind of understand Arman Sarukian, but after he pulled out of his last fight, I don't get why people are, like, glazing his nuts so hard. But I don't understand it with Movsar Evloev in any event. His fights have always been so boring. Like, do you like watching Movsar Evloev compete? Like, genuinely? Is that like really something that brings you satisfaction? Do you really like that? Because I don't. It doesn't make me feel anything. Like, I actually get quite frustrated whenever I have to watch Movsar Evloev fight. Because it's usually like he wins on some type of technicality. Last time against the Arnold Allen fight, it was, my gosh, dude, my gosh. I mean, I guess he out-grappled Aljo, but in the Arnold Allen fight, he was saved by a rule change, or a rule that was changed. He was like holding his hands on the ground while his feet were stand straight up, so he was ruled a grounded opponent, and that was a finishing sequence that boy Arnold Allen had him inside of. So if that was allowed to continue, he would have gotten knocked out, and that would have been the end of it right there. There would have been nobody being like, oh, why isn't Movsar getting the title shot? It's like, dude, I'm not even sure why that group of people, like, why does he have advocates? What has he done? Like, genuinely, like, why do people like this dude? I don't understand. But yeah, Robert Whittaker versus Reinier de Ridder. It's like... So here's the thing with Whittaker, right? Whittaker, he doesn't have power, and he needs it. With his style, he would be so much better off if he just hit a little bit harder, but he just doesn't. And that's his issue, is that, like, he gets into these fights where he's dealing with a guy who's even a little bit less technical than he is. I would say that as far as the point of technical skill goes, we've seen Robert Whittaker has more of a bag on him than Dricus du Plessis. That's not like a crazy statement for me to say. Dricus du Plessis is very good and he's a multifaceted fighter. But if we're talking about throw a round kick and then a 1-2-3 at this bag and let's decide who made it look better, Robert Whittaker. But it's just the ugly, ogreish, like slung strikes where they just looks like, boom, boom, boom. Like, bro, those have the power in them. Those are the shots that are putting people down, dude. And Robert Whittaker, he can't throw those for some reason. That power is just not in, like, it's not in him. And he looks kind of like stout, like he would be able to pack this type of punch into his shots, but he just doesn't. He never has. And that's a serious problem because against a dude like Reinier de Ridder, the only reason why I think that Dricus du Plessis would win that fight, I mean, it's not like I'm even thinking that that's like the closest fight for him in the division, but one of the biggest reasons why I think that Dricus would beat Reinier de Ridder, and I confidently say that, oh man, the mic had literally been in the wrong place the entire time, that sucks, is because Reinier de Ridder, well, he would get knocked out by Dricus du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis would be able to outlast whatever physical storm that he put on him with the grappling at the very early going of the fight, and then from there, that boy would just be getting finished. Reinier de Ridder you'd get knocked out by Dricus du Plessis. And it would be within, like, the championship rounds because he would need to, like, survive there. Robert Whittaker, he doesn't have the ability to do damage over time so that it actually matters at a certain point where he can finish an opponent. And that's his issue. It's always been his issue. Against fighters like, who has he fought? Actually, like, one of the best fights for Robert Whittaker in this division is low-key, like, Sean Strickland. Because they're both technically very good, but they don't have power. And I would say that Robert Whittaker probably wins over Sean Strickland because he, out of the two, sits down on his shots a bit more, but he doesn't do that, man. And if Sean Strickland came with a wrestling game plan, he might be able to rough up Robert Whittaker. Bueno the will. I think that's kind of how Reinier de Ridder wins this fight. He has to win this fight through the grappling. And he has displayed a tricky clinch offense as well. So it's not like he is landlocked to that only one possibility of securing victory. It could come from other avenues. I just mainly see it being this way. Let's see what else we got. Marcus McGee versus Peter Yan. This is a banger, dude. People hate on this fight. This is actually a banger. Super slept on. Yeah, like just at a glance though. Like, sure, yeah. Davey Grant versus Damone Blackshear. Like, dude, that's actually so lit that this is starting off the card because I'm going to take Davey Grant to win this fight. Damone Blackshear, he's a grappler and he could grapple and come out and win, but there's something about him where, like, he has this ego, right? Damone Blackshear, he has an ego where he wants to prove himself as a striker. It's a trait of a lot of, like, grapplers who have good frames for their weight classes. They're like, yeah, I'm big, right? Like, my skeleton is heavier than his. They don't want to just see me wrestle. I could throw a wheel kick right now, totally. And that mentality is going to get him in serious trouble against Davey Grant. Because Davey Grant, you got to have, like, you got to actually be, like, a polished striker in order to beat him up. And if you're not, he's going to whoop your ass. And he's an old man, too. This is the Muay Thai Minecraft skeleton, bro. So I think that he definitely gets this one in the first. Muhammad Yahya versus Stephen Nguyen. The fuck is this? Bro, who is Stephen Nguyen? 9-2 the Ninja, Stephen Nguyen. He beat Jarno Aarons. Is Jarno Aarons, is he even in the UFC anymore? Does he even, like, fight? Jarno Aarons? I don't think that he's in the UFC anymore. Aarons versus Nguyen. Yusuf Salal was the last guy to beat him. And that checks out. That's probably the reason why I know he is. His first name, at least, because how the hell would I have ever seen that guy? Muhammad Yahya. Doesn't he have a brother, like Ronnie Yahya? Or are those two not related? Cowie Fernandez whooped his ass. And then Trevor Peek beat him up, too. Does he suck? He probably does. See, like, these types of fights, I would need to, like, go on a Fight Pass and actually watch some of those matches, because at a glance, I'm not sure if I could give you, like, an adequate answer of who I think wins. I'll go with Stephen Nguyen, though. Just, like, at a glance. Just because he's 9-2. I think I saw a few knockouts on that record. Muhammad Yahya has just been getting sparked lately, so. Marcus Buchecha versus Martin Budai. Alright, now this is a really interesting one. If you don't know, Martin Buchecha is, like, apparently he's really good at grappling. Like, this is one of the best grapplers that the UFC has picked up for the heavyweight division in some years. And I really want that to be. Yes, I actually do agree with that too. The winner of Grant versus Blackshear deserves a shot at the rankings for sure. Because historically, guys like Adrian Yanez and Chito Vera too, if you do beat Davy Grant, I think it's more poignant for Damone Blackshear if he wins against Davy Grant. Because in the past we've seen Adrian Yanez and Chito Vera beat Davy Grant, and these are like, they were like not like whoopings, right? But they still did a lot for those two's careers. Like winning a fight against this dude. I even think that the Adrian Yanez fight might have been a robbery as well. But I definitely do think that these guys should be right on the cusp of a top 15 ranking if they do win this fight. Bantamweight isn't that deep, and these two are very good. So yeah, let's get them rankings. But Martin Buchecha, this guy could probably sub Cyril Gane. That's what I'm being told as far as like content creators on the internet go. I haven't seen any footage of this guy fight. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm going to release my predictions for this card probably on like Monday. I think I'll miss it on Sunday, but I really don't know how this one goes, dude. I really don't know how this one goes. As far as like Martin Buchecha versus like, or Marcus Buchecha versus other guys like up the rankings. He's probably going to smoke Martin Budai, man. Martin Budai, he doesn't even count, bro. Like this guy is, let's get a physique update on Martin Budai. Like, dude, I'm not into body shaming. Like, look at the way that Martin Budai looks, bro. Like, this is the problem. It's like, heavyweight could be so fun. It just comes down to like how much people want to fight in heavyweight. And the average human who like lives on Earth at the moment right now, who has the frame to fill out one of these ranked positions at heavyweight in the UFC, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. And it's like, oh my god, what we're resulted with is like, this guy is ranked number 13 in the heavyweight division, bro. Are you serious? His last fight was against a dude named Salty Baldiev. Salty Baldiev. That's the reason why I remember Martin Budai's last fight. Sati Baldiev. But I remember I said it Salty Baldiev on the predictions breakdown video. And it's like these dudes, they're there to get knocked out by Derek Lewis. If you're a fat heavyweight, you're going through this infinite cycle of achieving these minor wins that mean nothing until you reach Derek Lewis and you just get your ass knocked out in front of everyone. And that's the balance. That's the way it's supposed to be. But there is no checks and balances. The Tafas, they failed. Tuivasa has failed. I was expecting Derek Lewis to be on a downward slope. There are no guys who kill these people anymore. So what you have is like you have an ecological problem. You have an ecological problem where it's like there's too many fucking deer in these woods. There's too many deer in these woods. Like, we need to kill some of these deer. And Martin Budai is one of the deers. We need like some, we need to drop off some like fucking ligers in these woods, bro. Like, that's what we need. We need some Buchechas. We need some, there's another guy too. He's going to be fighting Marcin Tabora. Oh my god, what is his name? He's Croatian. Oh my god, what is his name? I'm sure one of you guys know. I'll just be looking at the chat. But yeah, that's another guy. He's going to be coming up. And he's going to be... This is an ex-PFL champion. I think that Martin Buchecha came from like 1 or something. Or I think that the other guy who's fighting Tabora came from 1. And this is a PFL champion. But... We need more heavyweights, bro. Because... What we have are just a bunch of like... crash dummies in this division. And nobody's doing what they need to do with them. And it's really frustrating for me to watch. Because it's like... Just knock this fucking guy out, bro. Like, for real. Please. Just knock him out. To go back and watch the Boudet fight with fucking Bresky. Bresky has a weird career, bro. He'd be like winning fights and then losing really weird fights as well. And then he gets knocked out sometimes too. This is one of those guys where it's like, if heavyweight was healthy, Boudet and Bresky, they wouldn't have jobs. And it's like fucked up for me to like be preying on their downfall like that, but this is just a fact of the matter. If things were working the way that they should, those dudes would be priced out of this division, and they for sure would not be ranked. And that's my big issue with heavyweight right now. That's what I'm saying, bro. If you're a heavyweight with abs, bro, like, bro, we're gonna hang your jersey in the rafters, like, right now. Like, bro, immediately. Ibo Aslan versus Billy Elikana. Alright, so Ibo Aslan, this dude, like, he got in my good graces so fast, because whenever he first showed up, Anton Turkali, do you remember Anton Turkali, the pleasure man? How fucking bad he was at fighting? That boy Ibo Aslan took the pleasure man to like a split decision or some shit, and it was one of the most painful fights that I've ever made it through. And it physically hurt me to watch that ass on my screen, bro. Like all that ass on my screen. Billy Elikana, this is actually gonna be a good fight though, because with Billy Elikana, what we have is a dude who he fought Bogdan Grad and he almost finished him. Like, I was super nervous for Bogdan Grad at the very beginning of this round because if I remember correctly, Billy Elikana, he takes it back. Bogdan Grad just tries to stand up, and he's getting backpacked. And so a rear naked choke almost gets off on Bogdan Guskov, and Billy Elikana almost pulled up the upset of the year, bro, at the very beginning. And then that boy Bogdan Guskov, he locked in, and he fucked up Billy Elikana. But as far as his debut went, that's not that bad. I think this is one of those performances like what is that guy's name? Something Romero? Rolando Romero? Was that his? No, there's no way. That's actually Rolly Romero. Ronaldo Romero. Ronaldo Romero. That guy from Combate Global who fought with Onama. And he had like a decent losing performance at the very beginning. That's kind of where I would rate Elikana right now. Elikana, he had a decent losing performance. What you can either do is you can come back stronger and show that you're a winner and that you just didn't win that night. Or you could show that like that was actually one of your better performances and you still just lost because you fucking suck. And I don't think that's going to be the case for... It might be the case for Billy Elikana. It's really too soon to speak, but... I actually don't remember Iwan Kudalaba getting this guy out of there. I just remember right after this dude had TKO'd... I just remember right after... I guess it was a TKO, though. So I guess after he had TKO'd Turkali, he got a knockout over Rafael Cerqueira. And this dude used to date Mackenzie Dern for a little bit, too. So I was actually happy to see him get knocked out because, like, the fuck are you doing with my bitch, bro? Like, get the fuck away from her. So, like, Kudalaba, he submitted this guy in round 1. That actually might make me pick Billy Elikana. I'm going to need to watch that clip back for sure. But if it was, like, a rear naked, or if this dude just gave up his back for free and got choked, I'm taking Billy Elikana for sure. And then Muslim Salikov, right? Muslim Salikov versus Carlos Leal. Old man with kung fu and grappling, decent chin, power to knock people out, very diverse kick arsenal. This guy's on fucking steroids. That's what I'm saying, bro. This guy's on fucking steroids. That's what I'm saying, bro. There's no way this man doesn't win. There's no way he doesn't win. That knockout over fucking Morono, bro, he made him so sleepy. There's no way he doesn't win. This guy has to win this fight. Yeah. And then that brutal robbery from Renat, bro. I need Renat to get his immediately. Because this dude, he's just been robbing up the whole fucking 170 division. The last legitimate W that this guy got was over, like, Battle. And that was, like, 3 years ago, dude. This dude's just been robbing everyone, dude. It's a serious problem. Serious issue. Yeah, like, 3 back-to-back robberies. Shouldn't have beat Dalby. Shouldn't have beat Leal. And then tied with Alessio Zaleski dos Santos. And, like, that shouldn't have happened. He should have lost that fight, bro. And then, I guess it was Kevin Lee. It was Battle, though. But, I mean, does Kevin Lee even count? Does Kevin Lee even count? Like, for real. Like, there's certain wins that you can get in, like, your division. It's like Alex Morono, too. Does that shit even fucking count? Like, does Kevin Lee count? Or, like, do we really keep score whenever, like, that's an outcome of a fight that happens? You beat Kevin Lee? Does that really matter? Do we rank that? Do we give dudes clout off of that? I guess not, right? But it's like Gadzia Sulov out of, like, PFL. That guy literally is the reason why Kevin Lee has, like, a titanium jawbone, had to have his jaw wired shut. And it's like, yeah, you knocked his ass out, but what does that really mean for you now? It's like, just join the fucking club at this point, bro. You knocked out Kevin Lee. Congratulations. Like, dude, come on. What the fuck are we doing here? Like, for real. Amanda Hibas versus Tabitha Ricci. Man, it's gonna be a lot of ass on the screen, bro. I actually might not pee during this one. Like real shit. I might not actually go take a poop during this one. Or, like, go downstairs and fucking just sip and just look at reels. Sip water and look at reels. Yeah, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Kevin Lee post Habib. But I mean, bro, this they're finna be cheeked up, bro. Like, we're getting some grappling. Like, he must, like, I don't think that she really got a donk like that, though. Why'd I think that I could pull up the PNG on the front and I would see her ass, bro? I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Nah, but Tabitha Ricci, she got that booter. For sure she got that booter. Like, they be fucking promoting her as a byproduct of, like, Callum Walsh getting clout, right? But, like, Tabitha Ricci, she's bad, bro. I mean, she's not as hot as, like, people want to make it. Bro, MMA fans on the internet are so fucking down bad. Like, these dudes are not getting hosed, bro. There's no way that, like, these dudes are really willing to die on the hill that, like, Mackenzie Dern is, like, top 5 women ever, bro. There's no fucking way. It's impossible, dude. There's no way. She's not even... Bro, Mackenzie Dern looks kind of weird, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, I might actually, like, just... After we're done with this, I'm gonna go through all of my, like, hottest WMMA fighters, bro. Because, like... I feel like the internet's got it wrong on a lot of levels, bro. To be honest, as far as, like, whose stories that we sing. Like, Hebus isn't even that bad, bro. Like, real shit. She kind of has a weird face. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nikita Krylov versus Bogdan Guskov. Alright, so this is low-key like a pick'em one. Krylov, he's demonstrated that he has a fucked up chin, bro. And, like, you can knock his ass out. And you can embarrass him, too. Bogdan Guskov, he's demonstrated that, like... I'm not gonna upload it as, like, a real fucking video, bro. I would never do that shit, low-key. That's hella down bad. I saw one of these MMA YouTube content creators, bro. They put out, like, a fucking MMA dick size chart. Like, a list, like a tier list, bro. I didn't watch that shit. I clicked onto it and I went right to the comments. And dudes were talking about, like, oh, no way Michael Chandler is bigger than McGregor. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, dude, this is fucking humiliating. No, I'm telling you, like, I think it, oh, dude, was it Unk MMA? It was one of those pages, bro. If you low-key, like, pause, bro, pause. If you did search up, like, UFC fighter meat tier list, it would come up, bro. And, like, I didn't watch it, fucking. I paused it, I went right to the comments, bro. And if you do go onto the video, you'll see my comment in the comment section of that video that says, it says something like, you're all gay. Like, you all like boys. Like, this is gay, you all like boys. I think that's what I said. And, like, that's fucking facts, bro. I just be thinking about, like, what if my dad saw this shit? Or, like, what if I get successful off some shit like that and I have to explain my success to my dad? They're like, damn, so what was the video that really, like, set you apart from everyone else whenever you started to get viewership? Yeah, I was basically talking about how Conor McGregor was weightlifting with his cock. And, like, everyone just fucked with me. Like, dude, I don't want to have that conversation with him. I don't want to have that conversation with anyone. So this is why I don't be watching MMA YouTube like that, really. Honestly, like, I know I'm active in the space and I'm involved, but even the dudes whose content, like, I haven't watched a bedtime video in months, bro. And I only see, like, little clips of Lucas Tracy content that'll come up on my Instagram feed. I'm not actively seeking out their opinions anymore, bro. Because I feel like they just kind of taint the product here. If, like, I actually want to give you guys my actual opinions on stuff, they're just cooking me, bro. I'm just getting fucking brain rotted from hearing gurus scream about, like, just some dumb shit. Ramazan Timarov, bro. Okay, so tell me how this dude is fighting. Can you please tell me how Ramazan Timarov is fighting somebody? Because did this guy not cheat? He cheated, bro. And that's the reason why he had to pull out of his last fight, is because he was suspended for doping. So, like, what are the regulations for this anymore? Least favorite fighter, bro. Honestly, dude, like, this is my thing about least favorite fighter as well. It's like, bro, these guys, they all do something that's so fucking valuable to me. So it's like, for me to just sit here and hate on them and to say, like, yeah, so yeah, that shit's done. The Timarov fight is done because he cheated, bro. So that means Charles Johnson is the GOAT if that's his last loss to Timarov, and Timarov was on the fucking EPO, bro. That means Charles Johnson could beat up fucking Pantoja, like, if they fought tomorrow. But as far as like a least favorite fighter goes, like, I can't be hating on these guys like that. Cause I mean, styles are like styles. Some of them suck, right? I guess if I did say, like, a least favorite fighter, it would probably be, like, Albazi, bro. But I feel like it's easy to hate on certain people, bro. So it's like, I don't really like to point the finger and be like, you know, you fucking suck and I hate you. Especially now that I'm, like, developing a platform. I don't want to witch hunt you guys against any of these fighters, bro. But, like, there are certain guys who I don't really care much for watching fight. But lately, we haven't really been seeing them that much. I mean, I'm not really, like, a super huge proponent of, like, hating the Dagestanis, but I don't really care much for their styles, by and large, unless they are, like, one of those Muslim Salikov style, like, crazy kung fu kickboxers, which, I mean, that area does sometimes generate, you know, like, we see Shara Magomedov, this dude has, like, crazy karate and Muay Thai skills, but, I mean, not much of a grappler. I do like it whenever it's this way. Saeed Nurmagomedov, he demonstrates kind of a bag on him as far as, like, kickboxing goes, but by and large, just, I don't really like, I guess No, do I say this publicly? This is a casual opinion, bro. Oh, no. Bro, grappling is not my favorite. Like, whenever I train MMA, I love grappling. I love wrestling, I love jiu-jitsu, I love it so much. But whenever I'm watching fights, dude, I just want to see some fucking stand and bang. I want to see these dudes club and, like, really try to hurt each other. Yeah, Zapirate is here, bro. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like, I could definitely give you, like, my least favorite fan bases, but I don't want to make those videos because I feel like that's just me isolating myself from, like, a large portion of the fan base whenever I take those stances. I did it before with the Tom Aspinall stuff, and I don't regret anything. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't regret shit, but, like, I'm not going to make a habit out of doing that and just being like, yeah, I don't like the fighter that you support. And then just, like, taking my position on that and standing on it. It's like, that's not helpful to anybody. It doesn't help anyone. So, I don't know. Like, getting on my soapbox and being like, yeah, Mario Batista, he beat Jose Aldo. Gabriel Bonfim, he beat Wonderboy. So I fucking hate those guys. Even though they're both just working to feed their families. I fucking hate them. Like, they're pieces of shit, both of those guys. They're absolute pieces of shit for the fact that they commit to month-and-a-half-long training camps and then agree to a weight and they cut to the weight and they fight for their families, bro. Fuck those guys. Like, what kind of person am I? Gross nail broke on my ankle. Alright, my worst experience with grappling was low-key, like, no, I hurt myself fucking kickboxing sparring. I tore my fucking ACL, bro. Let's see if I could actually show it on camera. Yeah, you see that scar right there? That's actually from a knee surgery, bro. Who am I like? I'm like Rafael Fiziev, bro. I fucking popped my right ACL. Literally, it was some bullshit. I literally was just like, I was in my stance, jab straight, step off to the side, enter with a jab, and then I stepped on my sparring partner's foot. My fucking knee blew up. I was so pissed, bro. But like, I was really just in denial for like a month. And then I got the MRI and they told me that my shit was fucked up. And they had a surgery date for me immediately, thank God. But my worst experience grappling, let's think. My worst experience grappling was whenever I was first getting into... Fuck, dude. That's actually tough. Yeah, knees are low-key, like... I don't know how to strengthen them so they don't get hurt. Because I've been, like, lifting and running for, like, years prior to actually having this injury. So it actually, like, made no sense why my knee just turned into fucking Coke buttered cheese whenever I took that step. Damn, that's really unlucky. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Just put faith in recovery, dude. Fucking keep God in your life, man. You'll be okay. But my worst experience while grappling was actually just learning. My partner was like at my MMA gym when I first like picked up grappling, bro. I was training with this dude named David. David was a fucking substitute teacher at a high school. This dude was like, yeah. There's like a bunch of different resources for dudes on the internet who have had knee surgeries as well and knee injuries, and you can actually like learn about like different lifts and stuff. As I'm doing like physical therapy at the gym to try to get healthier again, I'm doing a lot of those workouts, and it's crazy how much of a community there is of like guys with fucked up knees, bro. It's crazy. There's a lot of us. I thought that I was just kind of alone, and it was funny because like as soon as this had happened to me, that's whenever all the different like basketball injuries had happened, like with Kyrie Irving, and then like Hallie had fucked up his shit, and then other guys as well. I don't really be watching basketball like that, so I couldn't really say. But my worst experience was going with this dude named David. This dude is like, I'm not even like fucking with you guys, bro. This dude's like 315 pounds, bro. And like, I'm actually kind of like swole, so I'm like 5'11", like high 170s, low 180s. Whenever like before I had gotten hurt. So, I mean, if you put me in there with the white belts who aren't as physically developed as I am, I'm throwing them dudes around. I'm fucking hitting highlight reels on them. I'm clipping them like Fortnite. But this dude, David, he was like just a really stout motherfucker. So he would bully my ass, bro. And like he would be smashing me in side control. If I would have known funk rolls at this time, I low-key could have escaped his mount so much. I just didn't know that technique, bro. Low-key, this is like the best technique in MMA. I'm about to give y'all some sauce for grappling right now. Whenever I go back to the mats, this is how I'm escaping mount every time. Every time. Look at this. My hip. This works for a mount escape too. So all you gotta do is low key. You would start by hooking the thigh there, right? And you would just get like a lock on it. But there, like you would extend the lock into the ankle, and then you would roll onto your stomach while you have. Yeah, you see, and you just post on your arm and you stand, and they just fall right over your back. It's crazy. It's crazy. It looks like it works like a charm. Let's see if I can find a better example. Like of it actually being pulled off in MMA.
Let's get into some octopus guard.
Yeah, so octopus guard too. Like I used to work out of this a lot. So if you can get to this position, bro, like whether you're mounted or you're able to get into like half guard and then octopus, bro, literally that clamp right there is gonna free you every time. You just bump your hip and you roll over onto your stomach, I think. Exactly.
That's why I have this grip here, so I can do this.
This looks amazing, dude. I can't wait to try this in a roll. And you're free. And then you can literally like, okay, so you don't get crucifixed though. So yeah, you gotta put your elbow down to your butt, and then.
So I'm here, change my grip.
Yeah, bro, that's actually so lit. You can just smash them in side control if you pull that off. You just transition just by switching your hips, bro. If they don't like escape. Oh, dude, I can't wait to start training again. All right, so it was after I trained in I got into training after I graduated college. So over COVID is whenever I got into like MMA, bro. My friend, he bought me oh fuck. Oh, I just exited out the window. No. My friend, he bought me UFC 3 on the Xbox. I don't know why this is oh, there we go. Alright, good. He bought me UFC 3 on the Xbox for us to play it together. And And then yeah, like basically what happened was like I got into UFC 3. Bro, some of those like character models from UFC 3 were so chopped. UFC 3 Wonder Boy, he had a big ass head, bruh. There were certain fighters who were so chopped in this game, like Darren Till and Wonder Boy, they were so chopped. I guess Woodley's always look good. There's some like different character models from like the UFC games that have always stayed the same, but there were some guys who looked cooked in the UFC 3, bro. UFC 3 Max Holloway looked stupid if I remember correctly. Yeah, he looked fucking retarded, bro. Look at how dumb he looks. Hold on, let me move my fucking face right here. That's stupid! Like, that's not Wonder Boy, bro. That's Scary Boy. That's Nightmare Boy. That's like, that's Known Boy. Not Wonder Boy, that's Known Boy. The fuck, bro? What is that? Oh, I see. I gotta delete this. Remove. Yeah. And then. Alright, I'm actually just like learning how to use OBS. I'm sorry if I just stopped talking in the middle of like doing stuff, bro. Like, this is all so foreign to me. I'm trying my best, you guys. I'm trying. So basically what I did is I like found my favorite fighters from the video game. And those were like Wonder Boy. I got into Justin Gaethje. I got into Habib. I got into some heavyweight goats like Francis Ngannou, some Stipe, a little bit of Fabricio Verdum, a little bit of Junior Dos Santos. I found out about old Anderson Silva. And literally, whenever you go through the careers of one of the important fighters, right? If we're talking about like Anderson Silva or Dustin Poirier or Conor McGregor, you're going to end up finding out about Dustin Poirier. If you're going through the careers of Conor McGregor, you're going to find about Chad Mendez, Jose Aldo. And then at that point, those guys are getting clipped. All you got to do is just go back and look at their fights before they got clipped by whoever you watched them get fucked up by. And like that's going to actually be clarity for you to know more about the sport. With Anderson Silva, you can look at the Chael Sonnen rivalries. You can look at Shogun Rua. You can look at those fights. You can look at Vitor Belfort. Who are these people that he's front kicking to death? Let's go look at their careers. Now I know more about the sport. I know about Murderers Row. Oh wow, Rampage Jackson, Vanderlei Silva, Pride Era. Oh my gosh, Alistair Overeem. And it's like, now I just know all this shit. And it's like, one part of the web, I would say the most important fighter to know to go back and actually trace lineages and know more about the sport is, it's either going to be John Jones or Anderson Silva, low-key. I think that I trained with Max Griffin and Fluffy and also Jamal Emmers, Aspen Ladd. You know what's fucking crazy, dude? What gym is that? Jamal Emmers used to train at Icon MMA in Moreno Valley. So you're a Southern California boy too. Like I could literally hit a rock with Jamal Emmers. I could literally hit Jamal Emmers' old gym with a rock right now. That's why I fucking blew my knee out at his old gym. He started training with this other guy in his camp with Nate Landwehr. And then I hadn't seen him for a long time afterwards. But I mean, I have been pretty inconsistent in going to the gym because I've been hurt, so. Doesn't mainly train with us, he just spars here sometimes. I see. Aspen Ladd, I haven't heard that name in 80 years. Aspen Ladd, I think she's gonna do TKO boxing. Remember how people used to glaze the fuck out of her and be like, yo, she's next up, man. I don't know, I just got a feeling about this one. That's the Horn Dogs, bro. It's the Horn Dogs. They were simping for Aspen Ladd, bro. They had to be. There's no way that they actually thought that she was like about to carry the mantle. Yeah, she's doing BKFC, bro. That's fucked. That's absolutely fucked. Low key, like, would you let your son do that? Or like, if you had a kid and they were like, yo, I want to be like a bare knuckle fighter, would you like have a serious talk with him? You'd be like, look, man, I love you. Your family loves you. Your mom loves you. Your brother, your sister, she loves you. Like, that's actually like that bro, the prospects of that going down and that being like a career path of yours. Imagine if that's where your head was. It's like, fuck, man, the economy is just shot. I'm just gonna fucking start like just whooping ass, bro. I'm gonna start doing BKFC, bro. That seems like the most high risk, low reward outcome for like any combat sports athlete. But I think that if you do take some clout with you into BKFC, you can negotiate a pretty good contract to where it may actually be more worthwhile to bare knuckle box than it would be to fight in PFL post UFC. I know, man, I know. Like, bro, if it was my kid, my son or daughter, I would be like, look, man, like, I'll pick up another job for you, bro. Like, I love you so much. Like, please don't do this. Like, actually, bro. Please don't do this. What's been going on with Fluffy, bro? Have you seen him there lately? What's been going on with him? He had a really bad fight with Brendan Allen not too long ago. If Brendan Allen looks good against Martin Vettori, that might actually, like... That might actually force me into hiding, bro, to be honest. And, like, that's gonna do bad things to me. If that boy Brendan Allen just comes out and he landslides Marvin Vettori, I'm gonna be sitting at the foot of my bed like this, bro. If he gets chin, I'm literally just gonna be sitting here, like, for the rest of the card. And I'll periodically look up, and then I'll just go back to gazing at my feet. Fluffy or Delize? Bro, so here's the deal, right? It's like Roman Delize is what you get if you ask ChatGPT to, like, just make you a fucking, like, AI grappler at 185. That's what you get. You get Roman Delize. But one thing I will say is that, like, sure, Marvin Vettori, he didn't have an arm in his last fight against Roman Delize, but that boy, Marvin Vettori, he couldn't just tank all of the shots off of Roman. He did a better job of absorbing damage from Jared Cannonier than Roman Delize. And as far as why Marvin Vettori and Arnold and Brendan Allen weren't at the press conference, bro, it was low-key, think about it, right? That was a fight with beef, and it would have been, like, I guess kind of cool, but if you're Vettori, do you have the energy for that right now? Like, this dude, like, people forget, like, he just lost his brother. Like, his brother fucking died, bro, in, like, a really horrible way. Like, the fact that this man is even, like, going outside is, like, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Like, because, like, dude, I'm a brother, and it's like, bro, that would literally crush me so bad. Like, my heart would just be in 8 million pieces. I would never be able to fix this, dude. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, like, there's beef with the Brennan stuff, right? But the reason why they're not there at the press conference is because Zellhuber and Johnson were there. And low-key, they had the best moment for the press conference. Whenever that boy... that boy Zellhuber was like, "You're doing a good job, man. Just stay over there in your corner. Come to fight. Shut the fuck up." And that boy Michael Johnson was just like... he owned his ass, bro. He owned his ass. It was great. But yeah, like, bro, I need to stress the importance of the fact that, like, Marvin Vettori, he's like, this is probably, like, the lowest that a human could ever be. Like, especially if you have that, like, that type of family, bro. Like, just imagine if that was, like, no longer a bond that you had access to anymore, bro. How fucking, like, how bad would that make you feel here? Like, would it make you, that would make me feel like nothing outside is worth pursuing anymore. Because I've just taken this loss, and it just, like, it hurts me so badly. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Zellhuber is gay for watching Johnson's fight. So, yeah. So, I mean, like, I wanna, like, I think that we should all just be good to Marvin, bro. I think the organization should be good to him, too. Because, like, even if he gets fucking shit on, bro, like, don't cut him. Don't cut him. Give him, like, a year to, like, grieve, and then if he wants to come back, have him come back. And, like, fucking don't fuck with this contract either, bro. Like, don't cut him. Don't do none of that, bro. Like, show him grace right now. That's what he needs. Like, he really needs, like, he needs people to, like, fucking low-key, like, oh, my God. I feel so bad for Marvin Vettori, you guys. I feel so bad. 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 Like, and the way he talks about it too, bro. Like, this guy is just like, you ever talk to, like, a homeless person before? and like they have a really hard like story of why they're there on the streets, and you just look at them and it's like, if your eyes could cry tears, they would. I just know that they can't because you've cried so much. And I just look at Marvin Vittori and like, he's usually a dickhead too, and that's the reason why it's hard to like articulate this well. Because like, fuck Marvin Vittori normally, right? Whenever he was like, that's the guy who got his ass whooped by Izzy in the rematch, and Israel Adesanya was like, yeah, you'll admit that I beat you in the rematch, right? And Marvin Vittori was like, fuck no, I won that fight. And everyone was like, bro, Marvin Vittori, you're such a shithead. And now it's like, we can't do that anymore, bro, because it's like life has happened to him. I want to see him win, bro. I want to see him win. I want to see him brutalize Brendan Allen, or just win a really close fight, just so it's grueling and that he can get the win and he can feel it, because he needs to feel it right now. He needs to feel something good. He needs a good feeling. He needs to feel cared about and appreciated. He needs to make his show and his win money. And it won't do anything for the thing that is fucking keeping his spirit upset, because there's nothing that can be done for that. But it'll provide him with some semblance of normalcy amid this really hard thing that he's going through. I know, man, I know. If you guys have lost family, like, in this chat, bro, like, I'm so sorry, dude. I've been lucky enough to actually have forgotten, like, any, like, major loss of, like, my nuclear family. It's not happened to me yet. But not like this. Not for me or any of you guys. Please, God, no. Please, God. Every day, I just pray for safety over the people that I love, and then I guess myself, too, but it's like, my goodness. Life can be a real, like, it can be a real bitch and a bastard. And you just kind of got to deal with it. But the biggest thing is that you should be able to get to enjoy your pleasures where you can. And it's like, for Marvin Vittori, if that's fighting for him, that could be, that's a better escape than, like, him getting on fucking heroin, you know? And, like, these are the types of things that make or break people whenever it comes to, like, forming constructive or destructive hobbies that change the course of their lives. A lot of people, they either look at moments like this as an excuse to want better for themselves and to keep going, or to just completely just say, fuck it, I'm throwing in the towel, like, this is way too much. And, like, you kind of understand it on both sides of the coin, because, like, dude, I feel like secondhand dread from, like, thinking about how painful that would be to, like, answer my phone and to hear the police operative say, like, or to answer the fucking door, bro, and to see them standing out there, like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God, bro. Like, no. That is so painful, dude. I gotta stop thinking about it. It's not good. Okay, so Shara Magomedov versus Marc-Andre Barriault. Marc-Andre Barriault, did he get lucky, you guys? Did he get lucky? Did he get lucky to just fight someone who is so ass, like Bruno Silva? Because whenever he does fight a guy who, like, Dustin Stoltzfus knocked his ass out bad. And then Pfeiffer knocked his ass out bad. And then Curtis beat him by decision. And this was middleweight Curtis. He doesn't really have power. Jose Ochoa, and he's fighting Asu Amabayev. Okay. Jose Ochoa, that's the dude who just knocked the fuck out of Cody Durden. And, like, that was low-key. The finishing sequence in the second round of that fight, that just, he immediately walked across the cage and blasted that guy with a rear uppercut. That might have been one of the coolest finishing sequences I've ever seen in my life. I've also heard of dudes gassing up. It's like that Loner Kavanaugh. He's like Chinese and British. He's a prospect from out that way. He fought Jose Ochoa in his debut. Ochoa, he made it to a decision with Kavanaugh, and they stalemated on the ground at a bunch of different points of their fight. And so I underrated that win at the moment because, I mean, who the fuck is Loner Kavanaugh, right? You see some clips of that guy from, like, Cage Warriors, I think, but who is this person, bro? So, bro, I feel like Patty right now. I feel like a Patty resident. I feel like a Patty Pimblett resident. I actually do just own a Bowie knife though. I found this like just cleaning up my room the other day. So I've just been fucking with it, like just sitting down at my desk, like editing videos and stuff. Literally just have it in my hands. I'm gonna like grow out a beard like Kano and learn how to like do like the shaving thing like Kano from Mortal Kombat. But Jose Ochoa versus Asu Almabayev. Asu Almabayev got his ass whooped by Manel Cap, right? Yeah, he did. He got fucked up. Alright, so where I'm at right now with this stuff is it's like, do we fuck with Asu Almabayev? Because I don't fuck with him. It's like, do we fuck with Asu Almabayev? Like chat, do we fuck with Asu? Because I mean, like, it shouldn't be as deep as like, I think that this person will win because I want him to lose. You should never make fucking decisions on the basis of that. But I mean, I don't care about him, to be honest. Yeah, okay, so that's fair. But it's like, as a fighter, bro, like, what does he do good? Where are his wins? This man can just win a decision. And then if he's fighting Ode Osborne, like, the greatest gatekeeper in flyweight history, he can sub him. Which, I mean, like, if you're a grappler, that's what you're supposed to do. I fuck with all Central Asian fighters out of bias. Like, really dookie wins, bro. Like, guys' fucking wins are trash. Central Asian fighters, they're actually like, they're fucking good, bro. They're good. Like, Kyrgyzstan fighters, Mik-Tibet Oralbai race people. Like, those guys are actually, they're actually all pretty good, man. I like those dudes from that neck of the woods. They give me like another reason to actually care about like other growing markets in combat. Because before it was just like the fucking USA, Brazil, Russia Olympics every single year. And now it's like, we've got all these like supporting countries coming up. Myanmar, Joshua Van, he's from Burma. Like, who's an athlete who's come out of there? That country is like fighting in like a deep civil war too. So it's very nice that Joshua Van is able to put on for them. Because they actually do need a champion right now. This fucking guy, dude. This fucking guy. What are we gonna do with him, dude? Like, what are we gonna do with this dude? We need to put... I'm gonna start a petition for, like, a 50-foot tall man to put Movsar Evloev inside of a gym sock and to fucking slap him against the couch and the furniture. Like, just a giant man to put him inside of his sock and just fucking slam him, like, against, like, the furniture in the house and the walls. Like, bro, like, what are we gonna do with this dude? Like, what are we gonna even do with Movsar? This man, like, he can't stay healthy. I think that he's pulled out with injuries before. And, like, we're just shelving him. And he's just getting infinite opportunities to get number one contendership. Because, I mean, if you are looking at it, we have Gene Silva who's coming up behind him. And there was Diego Lopez before. But they've already... they've already developed Yair Rodriguez into a title challenger. And we saw that he doesn't win that fight, bro. So it's like, what the fuck is the point of trying to bring Movsar Evloev up as a title challenger if he's just gonna keep on shitting himself whenever the moments come? Cause it's like, I'll do that. I'll for sure do top 25 prospects, bro. It's like, but it's like, fuck, bro. This fucking makes me so upset, bro. Cause give it a couple months, these yuppies are gonna be online and they're gonna be like, it's like, it's so difficult to say now because it's like, that fight was supposed to happen, bro. Like, Movsar versus Pico, that shit should have went down, bro. Like, that shit should have gone down. That fight actually should have happened. So, do we keep it? Movsar Evloev, does he fight like another top contender? But it's like, now does he, like, would you say that he deserves it now, even still? Because I don't know. I'm not sure if he does. I'm not sure if we could, like, confidently state, you know, this guy deserves it. We're talking about on the basis of like Mobzar versus Yair. That actually kind of does make sense. Yeah, Pico versus whoever. It's like realistically, all right. Let's look at the rankings. I feel like this is how we're gonna like get a better idea of how this should work. I don't know why I didn't just pull this up. Low key, let's look at the Tapology rankings so we can see the dudes who are like in like the fucking top 50 and shit. Mobzar and Yair versus Yair and winner of El Noche versus Volk. Yes, I do agree. But winner of El Noche, there's a potential for that to be Diego Lopez again. But I mean, if you know ball, you know that Diego Lopez isn't there to win that fucking fight, bro. He's probably gonna get chinned by that boy Gene Lord Silva. Bro, do you remember that boy Bryce Mitchell said, "You need a country ass whooping. I don't like how you call yourself Lord Silva. It'll humble you, brother." And then he got fucking knocked out. Okay, so it's like, all right, so look, this is my thing, right? I want to know something. This is like a social experiment. Would you be mad at Yair versus Volk because you actually think that Yair has a chance of beating Volk? Or is it because the fight is meaningless? Yeah, pretty much. Do you think that Yair actually has a chance, or are you upset because the fight is meaningless? Because in my opinion, I don't think Yair has a single chance of winning the fight. We've already saw how it played out once. Volkanovski can just lean into his strengths that carried him to victory the first time earlier. Yes, okay, so both of the things are true then, right? It's like... yeah. So this is my thing. It's like, Volkanovski, I think he wins that fight, like, as sure as like the sun is gonna come up tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Like it's almost a guarantee. I could almost fucking like put the value of my home on it and sleep healthy 8 hours tonight and wake up. And if it was Saturday and they were gonna fight, I wouldn't be worried, bro. But I feel like a lot of people are against this under the impression that Yair can fluke a win. And that he could just land like a Hail Mary high kick and then just rob Volk of all of his work. But like, so what's the point? Yeah, that's true. I would never advocate for Yair versus Volkanovski. But my thing is like, I don't really think it matters who Volk fights. Because if we're talking about all the people under him, I don't really see anyone immediately who would be able to do something to Volkanovski. Maybe Gene Silva at number 10. But none of those guys, because he's already fought a lot of them and he's beaten them. Or the guys who he's beaten have beaten them. And, like, you know, styles make fights, but they didn't have close enough fights with the guys that they lost to the point where I'd be like, okay, yeah, he probably does a good job against Volkanovski. Imagine your only option now is to go up to lightweight and fight until you die violently. And we're gonna give you Ilia Topuria for the belt as your first fight up there, because you've earned it. But yeah, aside from that, what is Jair's legacy, bro? Other than like this, that's his only legacy, is that knockout over Korean Zombie. That's literally it. If he didn't do that, that man would be like fucking, "Hello, this is Yair Rodriguez. Welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you?" No, that dude definitely, like, that was his moment. And like that, it was one of the greatest moments ever, so nobody can take that from him. But this is my dark horse of featherweight. I didn't per se think that he had a great fight with Calvin Kattar. It wasn't the best fight. For sure it wasn't the best fight. UFC 530, 6-year-old Volk getting slapped again by Ilya's son. Ay, mi morena, mi corazón. But yeah, Steve Garcia, keep an eye out for him, dude. Because, I mean, that decision that he won over Calvin Kattar, it wasn't, like, the best. Calvin Kattar was also compromised. Apparently, he had broken his foot in 2 places before he had come out or like in the early going of the fight, like the first round, this man Calvin Kattar had a broken foot. I guess this happens to him a lot. He just gets hurt, and that's the reason why his output sucks, is because he's always fucking fighting hurt, or he gets injured in the fight. It always happens this way. But other than this, like, the prelims would low-key be booty. They can't justify it, and they know that it'll piss off the fans, so I think that they're just not going to do it. I think that's their best bet. And Chet Mariscal, this is the next guy to enter the rankings too. Keep an eye on him. Can't believe Patricio Pip. I mean, these aren't like the official rankings either, but yeah, Chet Mariscal, keep an eye out on him as well. Chet Mariscal has already fought with Steve Garcia in it's like Invicta or like Fury FC or something like that, and that boy Steve Garcia beat Chet Mariscal. But Chet Mariscal, he's won fights over Jack Jenkins. I think that was his most recent. Nope, Ricardo Ramos. Well, he's fought in 3 times since he beat Jack Jenkins, but that's his most like poignant win to me, because he had a whizzer hook and he threw Jack Jenkins off the cage and blew out his fucking shoulder. Boy, Jack Jenkins was like laying down like this, with his hands over his head. One of his arms was like completely slack on the ground. Hooker, Armin should have fought Hooker already, screwing himself over. My friend thinks Max should if he wins. It has to be Armin in your opinion. I would not be mad if it was Armin. So this is my thing, right? Armin makes sense. He's a #1 contender. But Armin fucked up. He fucked up the same way that Movzar fucked up. But Armin's fuck up was even worse because he was literally there. And they lied about the back stuff too. That motherfucker just didn't make weight. So it's like, there has to be repercussions for that. You can't just get a reward for the fact that is something that you did. Like, you fucked off and you ruined the event. You made it so that this motherfucker had to, Islam Makhachev, he had to go up to 170 after just beating Renato Moicano. And that was Mickey Mouse, and nobody respected that win. Like, they would have if... Bro, Armin top 20 is crazy, bro. I'm sorry, that is so insane. Like, his fight with Oliveira, it sucked, bro. That shit was boring. I did not enjoy watching that at all. That fight, it was actually horrible. He was the aggressor and he was pushing the pace and the action, but the pace wasn't high enough to the point where I would consider that guy to be someone who would beat up Topuria. The only chance that he would have would be in the grappling, but Charles Oliveira is... Why are we not acting like Charles Oliveira isn't freakishly strong for 155? Like, physically, this dude is crazy strong. And did you see how easy Ilya reversed that takedown whenever he tried to get that body lock throw? Shit was like fucking... Shit was so simple. It was like elementary, my dear Watson. So it's like, this idea that Armin is just going to come out and ragdoll this guy, or even that Islam would do the same thing, it's like... They may have a different set of skills that may make it so that they can grapple this guy, but Ilya Topuria isn't just going to take that shit. He's going to be moving around down there and doing something. So you're not just going to be able to just take his little shit and, like, fucking sub him. This shit was never going to happen in the Oliveira fight, bro. And that heel hook, low-key, if Ilya Topuria stalled his reactions for a couple more seconds longer, he might have actually gotten subbed by that heel hook, bro. Because that was actually deep. His heel was inside of... It was past the knee line. Like, he had reaped his knee. Charles Oliveira had the heel hook. And that boy Ilya Topuria just stayed cool, and he wiggled his way out, and then didn't get subbed. So, like, this is who we're dealing with, dude. This is a guy who, like, he doesn't have any weaknesses. There's nothing that he does to where it's like, he's bad at this, and I think that this person will be able to capitalize on it. The only people that I would actually, like, consider this dude having, like, a fucking, like, fight with that he loses would be welterweights, bro. Like, we need to get a 170er. Like, we're looking at, like, Jack Della Maddalena, like, Shavkat, Ian Gary. Even Buckley might get knocked out by Usman, but Buckley versus, or Ilya. Buckley versus Ilya would be a crazy fight. But, like, a lot of these guys are just too tall. So it's like, I'm not even sure if Ilya Topuria would be able to, like, land on them because he just couldn't reach their chins. But Jai Herbert was a fight that happened, so I can't even confidently say that. Ilya Topuria, it's just like, it seems like there's nothing that he can't do. And I know it sounds like glaze, but I can't confidently say that he doesn't knock all of these people out that I've looked at so far. Or I can't like confidently say that he doesn't do that. Because it's like, who gets that guy, bro? Maybe like alright, so the dudes who I think have the best chance of beating Islam or Ilya at 170. I think that Ilya has a good fight with Jack Della Maddalena. He probably beats Bilal Muhammad. He probably knocks out Sean Brady. Oh my god, dude. Do you remember the way that Jeff Neal got caught? Or that he caught Shavkat in their fight, bro? Imagine if Ilya Topuria was one landing that punch. Like, that boy made Shavkat, like, cross his feet, bro. He hit him so hard. And then Ian Gary, bro. Like, Ian Gary, he always gets blasted by a straight right by every single person that he fights, dude. Most of the time, at least. The only person that didn't happen to who had power was, like, Jeff Neal. He, like, controlled that fight. But Shavkat, he got tagged. And then MVP, he got tagged. And then Carlos Prates, he got tagged. So, I mean, like, bro, if you're getting hit a lot, bro, like, you may get fucked up by Ilya. Because it's like, the damage is largely chipping, right, at first. And then whenever the punches start to land flush, they do, like real damage. And even whenever he's still in the chipping phase and he's landing flush, you're bleeding. And, like, you're sustaining, like, cuts on your face. And it's then becoming easier for him to knock you out. That is a strong possibility, dude. He needs to return to striking if he wants to fucking... Because aside from like the fights that he wins aside from the fights that like he wins and loses, he always is winning and losing the exact same way. It's by decision. And like, it's a masterclass whenever he does win, but it's also a masterclass whenever he loses too. And I'm not sure if this style is going to be conducive to him having a long career. Just showing up and fighting 25 minutes every single time and moving away from striking. Whenever he was like a dynamic striker, getting the wins over Song Kenan and Daniel Rodriguez. Song Kenan had actually dropped him though. Daniel Rodriguez, that was a pretty clean win. He actually does kind of fight like a UFC 4 bot, bro, like on legendary difficulty. Like the way that he reacts to certain strikes and stuff, dude. I totally see it. But yeah, man, like. Let me actually get like a really good matchup for Ilya Topuria in this weight class. Oh, what do you guys think about the Korean Tyson? He just beat Oban Elliott. Do you like him? I think he's not bad. I think he's okay. Yeah, we're on to the shitties now. If we're looking at Carlson Harris and Nico Price. Uros Medic. The fuck is Thad Gene? Jason the ass kicking machine Jackson. Alright, I've seen enough. Let me get out of here. Get me out of here. Alright, I think I may actually end. But here, let me go back onto YouTube and then we're gonna wrap this stream up the right way. Let me think. Oh, do you guys like Gerbert's Void? I actually do like that page a lot. It's like some like self-help, like social commentary about like Gen Z struggles and stuff. I've been actually like doing a lot of like research into trying to get better, bro. Fucking trying to clean up my life. There's some things that I do that I'm fucking up. I need to stop doing it. Yeah, I like Gerbert's Void. He's pretty good. So before I get off, we're gonna watch a funny video together. Let me actually go through my likes, because I'm not thinking of anything off the dome. Alright, I'm gonna find something real funny. Or low-key, let's watch something gross. No, I don't want to watch something gross. I was going to show you guys Mikey Musumeci ripping apart that Mongolian dude's knee. This is my first time ever streaming, dude. I think that I'm going to start doing it more, because I like how I can get on here and just talk to you guys, to be honest. I'm hella alone. Like, I have my friends at the fighting gym, but, like, I'm a 22-year-old man. I'm out of college. There are no fucking communities anymore. the only way that I can really meet people that like make sense for me is to like get a job, and then all the motherfuckers there are gonna be 40. Go to the combat gym, which is like, those are my people, so I have no complaints about that. Or fucking swipe bitches on the dating apps. That's literally it. Or do this. So I mean, bro, I might actually stream daily, bro, cause yeah, I thought this was cool, bro. I thought this was cool. I actually appreciated like getting to come out and talk with you guys. I fuck with all of you dudes. Like everybody who likes the content, I definitely like. I have a space here, like for you guys, like who fucks with like MMA, bro. Like you guys are my people, bro. Like real shit. Yeah, like you guys are for real. You're my guys, bro. Like I fuck with y'all, like for real. Good looks. So here, let me find something funny that we'll watch. Yeah, Gregor McConnor.
I go out and I do the diligent work. You know, I'm out doing the interviews. I'm out doing everything. It's not just the fact of getting the cage and fighting, but going out and doing the promo to sell the fight. And I don't think there's anybody in this business that does it better than me. Maybe it was it Gregor McConnor or Conor McGregor. He does actually a really good job.
Okay, let me turn it up and we'll play it again. Oh wait, no, this is low key. This is good shit too.
Downtown. Splash. And one. Jeez.
How about like
8?
Eight.
You ain't nothing
but a leaf in my rake.
Oh shit.
I'ma do my thing regardless.
Regardless.
All
this.
Don't look at me. Look at him when you
So like,
freestyle.
you smell like you just farted.
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 8 beat on the raw F's, you retarded.
The wings.
Alright, I'm gonna get on you guys. I love you folks, bro. You guys stay up, alright? I hope that everyone has a good day. I'm actually gonna go catch some boxing matches tonight. I'm watching my friends. They're boxers. They're gonna fight at a casino, so I gotta bounce out of here in about like an hour, maybe 30 minutes. So I'm gonna go get dressed so I can leave. I love you guys, though. Please do stay well. Peace out.